Well, guys, it's now time to react to another Monster Truck event. As we're continuing on with the Monster Jam 2000 season, as now we're going to watch Monster Jam Anaheim 2000 Racing. And this is the last event that I did not watch growing up. The rest I did along the way. This was another event that I saw when I was back in 2010, 11, such on YouTube. Although I did see Freestyle, of course, growing up. So we're finally going to see this as we're getting closer to the end of the 2000 season after we just watched Indianapolis Freestyle. So let's see what happens this time out in Anaheim.
On the wrenchhead.com USHRA Monster Jam, Tom Mintz takes aim on the championship.
Yep, absolutely dominating. And we're going to see a bunch of trucks out here that we haven't seen yet, too.
The Gravedigger team looks to get number 7 back on track under the stars. And we get a visit from a local that you've seen before.
With NWO with the flag, this might mean this probably takes place right after New Orleans, because that's what happened every time someone beat a Tom. They would take the checkered flag off of Goldberg and put on their truck. We already saw Scott Hartsock. Well, we haven't seen it yet, the event with Scott with the flag on, but we saw him take the flag off when he beat Tom in Orlando. We'll see that coming up soon, but not this event. Don't think Gravedigger did it, though, with after Todd Frolic beat Tom in Minneapolis. Oh, that's right, didn't have the flag yet, that's right.
Now, this is the home of the Anaheim Angels.
So yeah, getting ready for here. This week is St. Louis style racing in Anaheim, and we're gonna see a bunch of trucks for like the first time in this event. Some of these I've already saw beforehand. One of them I didn't see before until this event. That's like the only time I ever saw the truck too competing. But this will be the debut for a lot of the trucks we're seeing here. I'll be watching these events again.
The California Angels baseball team. But tonight, a different kind of power hitter. Monster trucks are here. Hi everybody, I'm Mike Hogwood and welcome to TNN's Motor Madness Monster Jam. Along with Scott Douglas, we're in front of the Goldberg truck here in the staging area. Quite a different atmosphere here tonight than our shows previously this season.
Well, we've got an all-star lineup here, and it's going to be interesting to see how the trucks adapt to what is now a big difference. As folks who have seen on Motor Madness each week, we've been indoors all season. Now we go outside where there's different conditions.
Well, me watching, because I watched Orlando, that was outdoors. But I'm pretty sure they've been outdoors earlier this year. Like, don't start this cap with me. But here we go. Survivor. This is like, I think, the only time I ever saw this truck. And of course, we're seeing Airborne Ranger again.
Talk to Joe Payne tonight. He thinks he's got a
and of course, we're seeing Nitro once again. Joe Payne dominated last time on Indianapolis. Can't wait to see what he does here. And here's Gravedigger, but this time it's Lyle Hancock driving. He's back in Gravedigger, and this is the first time we're seeing Wrenchhead with a different driver instead of Lyle. And this is the first time we're going to be seeing Medusa drive. So, how about that, too? And of course, here we go. Rob Nell back in NWO after he saw his dominant performance last time out in Indianapolis. And of course, there we go. Tom Mintz, who doubled down last time in Indianapolis. See what he does out here. 8 trucks and such. But yeah, Gravedigger is being driven by Lyle this week, which probably with the flag on NWO probably signals this was indeed the week after New Orleans, because they didn't have time. They had to quickly get a driver to replace him really quickly, especially since Wrenchhead's here, but it's not being driven by Lyle, it's driven by someone else.
And we're going to look at the awesome new wrenchhead.com Chevrolet. Mike Wales takes over in it tonight.
I think it's the only time I've seen Wales as well. And this will be the first time too we're seeing Medusa series. This was not the first event I saw Wrenchhead. The first time seeing Wales though. This was not the first time I saw Lyle, and this was not the first time I saw Medusa drive either. This was the first time, though, for Survivor. I've never saw that truck before, and I don't think I've seen that truck in Monster Jam ever since. It was like one time and then done. I don't think I've ever seen a truck again, but I know it stuck around for a while. It's not like it completely disappeared. And, of course, trash talking after... Yeah, it has to have been after New Orleans, because they're trash talking about the win in New Orleans. That's been a while ago. That was like last year, I think, when I reacted to that event.
Ugly, mean. Phone number, don't call me, we'll call you. Okay, guys.
Yeah, they're going to get a lot of air off the jumps in this event. This event's pretty intense. This might be the most intense track of the season so far. And you'll see why when we get to freestyle. You'll see some of the obstacles, too. Yeah, we're going to be seeing a lot of debuts in this event coming up. Can't wait. And of course, I hate when they show previews of freestyle when we're still doing racing. Stop doing it. I hate it.
we've got a ripple effect with the Dennis Anderson injury. Lyle Hancock normally drives the wrenchhead.com truck, but Dennis Anderson has asked him to drive Gravedigger, so it'll be Mike Wales, a veteran, back behind the wheel of Wrenchhead.
So here we go. It's going to be Survivor versus NWO, Airborne Ranger versus Goldberg, Nitro versus Wrenchhead. That could be a big race. And then Medusa going up against her teacher, Lyle. That could be an interesting race. And of course, classic Gravedigger 2 of Lyle. Just like he would do with Wrenchhead, he would always set the truck to do like power wheelie, especially with 7. Alright, so here we go. Wrenchhead against, who was it again? Oh yeah, Joe Payne Nitro. Interesting race. We saw Joe Payne last time out make the finals in Indianapolis. And Mike Wales, see how he does here.
The 1999 Chevrolet Astro van, they call it the Nitro Machine.
Reminds me of like Destroyer and Eliminator, an old MTWS from like 2009 to 2014. How nostalgic. And Joe Payne had the lead off the jump. A lot of smoke there off that jump. And there's a wheelie with Wrenchhead. Here we go into the turn. But Nitro has the big lead right now, but it's still too early to say. Here we go into the final turn. Oh, Wrenchhead. Oh, Joe Payne struggled. Mike Wales a little bit off the side, and it's going to be Wales with the victory. Oh, boy, it might have been close to a penalty right there, but I don't think Wales... Yep, if he got a penalty, it's not going to matter. Man, Joe Payne blew it. Oh, one smoke, it was dust on the hood for some reason. Odd. Yeah, Joe Payne, just like he choked last time out in the finals in Indianapolis, he choked again. Ugh.
But there, the motor went right there.
Oh, the truck died. Oh, I didn't see that.
Okay, now tell me, what exactly happened here?
So he didn't choke, the truck broke, but sucks.
She popped a couple times, and I got a big hole in all pans, so I'm pretty sure she done threw the rod.
Now, last time it was something that the valve was last time?
On this one here, I was all right with this one.
Yeah?
This one here, I haven't had no trouble with this motor, but like I say, she definitely threw the rod this time.
What do you think happened? Anything having to do with the track? Anything different?
No, it's just racing. I mean, you know, stuff like that happens. Any mechanical stuff like that, you have problems like that once in a while. I mean, the truck's been doing fine, and it's just one of them things that happen.
Yep, Nitro's had a lot of mechanical problems throughout the year, too. So, yeah, Wales got really bailed out with Joe Payne breaking right there. I mean, he didn't do, like, bad. He just kind of got, like, outplayed by Payne, but in the end, he got the win. There we go. Into the turn. A nice... He had... At first looked like a good turn, but then he screwed up really bad right there. That might have still been a penalty, but again, doesn't matter since Joe Payne couldn't get the win.
Well, we're just getting used to the truck. We're still trying to get suspension dialed in. It's still hitting real hard when we land. We're going to gas the shocks up, and we'll be able to land a little bit harder for the next round.
Yeah, it must suck when you're forced to drive a truck so soon because of Dennis' injury. Just like with Lyle, he's going to be driving Grader in this event, but he's driven Grader before, and I think he might have driven 7 before too, so that's a little bit more easier for him.
Yeah, you got to be a little bit laid back on your first shot at those cars, and when you come back, you know, then you can put it wide open.
Are you hooking up to the surface pretty well?
Yeah, it's hooking real good.
Alright, so one race in, Wales continue on.
Gravedigger has had all kinds of problems this season. It began in Atlanta when he got off course. Dennis Anderson in that number 7 truck.
Like I said, it's just had nothing but pain and misery for Gravedigger the entire year. Like literally every single event Gravedigger struggled in, which is unfortunate.
It was huge, and he took a solid shot, and then Indianapolis was just awful for the Digger.
Dennis Anderson has asked the wrenchhead.com driver, Lyle Hancock, to drive Digger tonight.
Yeah, we'll deal with that later. But yeah, like we said, Lyle drove Gravedigger, not Gravedigger, Wrenchhead throughout the year. We're going to be seeing him come up very soon. For such a good driver and a great truck, we only get to see it 2 times besides the World Finals, which is kind of weird, but we'll be seeing it soon. Alright, so here we go. Medusa! It's not the first time I saw her drive, but this is the first time we're going to be seeing her drive in this rewatch from the 2000 season, so that's going to be really cool. And how about that? She's going up against her teacher, Lyle. This could be an interesting race. Since remember, they raced each other a lot in the World Finals. Wait, no, actually, I think they only faced one? Yeah, I think they only faced 1 time in the World Finals now that I think of it. But she did beat him in round 1 of 2003.
Or they knew that I trained in a digger truck against, well, I had the best.
Okay.
All right,
so let's see what she's got. The future champion.
Wow.
Going against the 2-time runner-up.
Here we go. Lyle Hancock. Remember, he's been driving the wrenchhead.com truck. Now he's back behind the wheel of Gravedigger.
Yeah, and this was the week after Dennis had his season-ending injury, pretty much. And we already saw New Orleans when Charlie Pauken drove. Looks like Medusa has a little bit of a lead right there. And she did off the jump. As see classic Lyle getting the wheelies. So let's see how Lyle does. It's been a long time since I've seen racing. I only saw racing one time. Let's see what he does. Medusa's hanging in there. And she actually has the lead. But here we go. Into the turn. We're at the final turn. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Lyle hit the better turn. It's still close. But it's going to be Lyle in the end. Man, Medusa in her first race here put up a good fight against Lyle. Impressive.
But she's competitive.
Man, she looked smooth in that race.
You know what? I think I saw in the first turn that Medusa knows what she was doing here. Here's our 1-800-COLLECT onboard camera. And you see the focus in her eyes. She knows what's going on.
All right. Good race. She screwed up a little bit in the final turn, which probably cost her. But she put up a good fight in her first race we're seeing her.
Lyle Hancock was right at home in Gravedigger, didn't he?
Yeah, Lyle struggled a little bit off the jump, out that last jump, and he struggled pretty bad in the turn right there, but he pulled it off in the end.
Hear that power, the horsepower, the raw horsepower when Lyle hits that throttle. Wow.
Lyle Hancock wins his first time back in the seat at Gravedigger. Let's find out how.
Yeah, they're getting a lot of air off those jumps too. You see, there's that huge tabletop as well. That's gonna be freestyle.
What put you in the truck tonight? Was it Dennis's back injury?
Yeah, he got injured last weekend. He hit pretty hard, tore a flange up, broke the rear end housing. It hit so hard. He didn't get the chance to get in here early enough today, and I think he's still quite a bit of pain. They asked me to take over and drive the truck, and I got a lot of responsibilities all over the place. But it's one of them deals where
driving wrench head and all that.
Still want to make sure the car's out there trying to gain some points for this.
And now that I think of it, I've mentioned this before. That Memorial Week of 2000, me and my family went down to Digger's Dungeon, and I mentioned Lyle was there. He put me display Gravedigger and such, which was really cool. Nitro's body was there. I also think Wrenchhead was there too. So I kind of wonder if later on in the year, Gravedigger toured with Wrenchhead. That way Lyle will be needed just in case. I can't believe I just forgot about that until just now, remembering that.
That's going to be kind of a hard situation. Some other guys are going to leave as hard as they can.
Some adjustments to make for round two.
Yeah, so yeah, that was just a rough year for Gravedigger, like I've been seeing throughout the Star Series. So yeah, we already had the two big races right off the bat. The two big races. And of course, I guess we'll watch a little bit of NWO. Was that say Reliance Stadium?
Playing this month on pay-per-view.
I guess another World Files promo.
We haven't had much rain here, and you know the ramps are real.
I was hoping they'd. Here we go. So NWO versus Survivor. So Rob now, of course, with the flag after he won race. I guess last time out in New Orleans.
Of course.
And we saw he's already done good in racing. And here we go, Survivor. This is like I said, I think the only time I ever saw Survivor, not just driving Monster Jam, but at all.
Come on now.
Oh, that was hilarious. Chad got so mad. But yeah, like I said, this is, I think, the only time I ever saw Survivor drive. Not just Monster Jam, Monster Trucks in general. I never saw this truck, I don't think, after this event. But of course, the only time I saw it besides this was Freestyle, which I saw first before racing. Right? Oh man, Rob Nell is just obliterating right now. Not even competitive. Ugh. And that is going to be an easy victory for Rob. Yeah, that was no effort for Rob Nell. Survivor just got obliterated.
Didn't survive too well on this course. See if we can find out what happened to Chuck Jordan. Again, I'm kind of surprised. I'm sure he's very disappointed with the run. Yeah, it looks like he just doesn't have any power in the turn. Something is not clicking right for Chuck. Tries to kind of pick it back up, but he never really got a whole lot of momentum going. And By this point, he's pretty much beat.
That's actually kind of an interesting.
He's just got to try and finish the run out.
You know, watching some of these trucks race on here, that gave me an idea for maybe a custom Anaheim track in the future doing St. Louis style like this.
Does not look like much.
Ugh, that did not look right with it turning right there, but ugh.
Trucks I've ever seen. However, it is running fairly strong.
Yeah, it can run. There's no question about it. A lot of power, a lot of horsepower in the NWO machine, and I'll tell you, they're on a roll. They won last week. They win here.
Yeah, and last week, Dan Moriarty got absolutely nothing out of their driver. Maybe Steve Burns will have better luck tonight.
Here we go now. Let's see.
Try and get a quick word with him right now. Hey.
Hey. I told your little friend last week that if you have anything to say, you leave my driver alone. You talk to me.
But I just want to get a quick word with him.
Don't worry about him. He doesn't need to be distracted before the race. He's here to race and to win.
Well, what's his name, anyways?
Don't worry about it. He's NWO. He's paid to win. Out of here. All you people stay out of here.
Even though we can see by the fire suit that's clearly Rob now. Oh, it was great. Oh, that was hilarious. Alright, so now with that out of the way, let's get back to the final race of round one. As there's Tom Meents, for like the first time this year without the flag, as he's got to face off Joe Cypher, Airborne Ranger. We haven't seen him in quite a bit, I think. So we'll see what he's got out here. And funny thing about these two, but you'll have to wait till next week in order to see what I mean by funny thing between these two. But when you see next week freestyle, you'll know exactly what I mean by.
We'll be talking more about Ranger Joe next week on a neat feature on it.
Hey, here we go. And Tom dominating the course. You're having a hard time beating Tom in racing. Not necessarily a bad turn for Joe, but you're just way behind Tom. You're going to need to give everything you got in order to beat Tom. Like, yeah, like it's like no surprise. Absolutely no surprise.
That machine is incredible.
Like, Tom is just like unstoppable.
Run at all from Airborne Ranger. But Goldberg just too much.
Yep, Tom was just unstoppable, and you saw why. He just obliterated Joe. Didn't even give him one chance.
Ranger Joe Cypher coming around, got into the turn. Now let's go on board. The 1-800-COLLECT onboard camera. You see Ranger Joe working the wheels, working the rear steer, taking it through. Yeah, he got a little bit off course, but he had a pretty decent run. Will make you dizzy inside on board there, huh?
Still amazing how he's able to do that while handicapped. That's very impressive and inspirational. But man, like I said, Tom is just unbelievable. He's just too good in 2000. It's like Tom took everything from Gravedigger, all the 20-something years almost of Gravedigger's and Dennis's skills, took it from him for that 1 year and shoved it into his truck with all his skills combined to be unstoppable that year. Because that's how it pretty much was. No one could stop him except Scott Hartsock for a little moment.
Hey, I know it, I do. I tell you what, though, I had a pretty good run there, but my motor is definitely a little bit on the weak side. I got a little pop in it or something going on. I'm hoping it'll hold up for the rest of the night. I know I can do it. I know the truck can do it. I'm just not 100% about the motor right now.
Well, that remains to be seen, but I have a feeling I think you're going to pull through.
Oh, I hope
Yeah, like you did last time in Indianapolis when you got bailed out twice.
Give it all we got. You know that.
Bet.
All right, thanks.
Thanks.
So round one is now over.
Pretty strong on the part of
Wrenchhead, NWO, Gravedigger, and Goldberg.
Steve and Jennifer.
Jennifer, you were right. Dennis Anderson's back kept him out of the action tonight. Tough blow for him.
But I'll tell you, number 7 still's got a chance.
And we've also
Yep, Rob Mel's skilled enough to do it.
wrestling showdown. Goldberg and NWO once again.
Looking forward to that WCW showdown coming up. And
So it looks like Tom Meents and Rob Mel are going to go at it once again. Oh boy. Here we go. A big matchup.
And Seth Enslow in the house tonight.
But of course, we're not here for that. We're here for monster trucks. Of course, another World Files promo. That is going to be insane.
We don't hear that engine firing. I understand from Mike McFarland, the competition director of the USHRA, that he is on the clock. Let's see if he can get it fired. Yeah, there he goes.
Alright, so it looked like there was another engine problem for Gravedigger, of course. Why am I surprised? Gravedigger have another problem in the 2000 season. Here we go again.
fire, so Medusa will have to park it. She got to be disappointed. She would have loved to have another chance, but the
All right, so here we go.
to the starting line to take on
Lyle going up against Mike Wales. How about that? Lyle going up against the main truck he drove that year. How about that? Now, this could be an interesting race. But the big race, of course, is the next one coming up. Goldberg and NWO. All right, looks like Gravedigger's behind the line a little bit. And here we go. Of course, Lyle getting the wheelie off the bat. But, of course, that was a terrible land. That hurts a lot, that wheelie. Oh, he hit the pole! Oh, no! That's going to cost him, as Wales is right there with him, but now Lyle looks like has the lead. But, man, he better hope Wales has a penalty or something, because that's not going to help anything. Well, then it means Lyle won, but he got the penalty, so it's going to be negated. So, Wales moving on. So, Wales moving on after Lyle struggled right there. Ugh. Lyle, I know you're famous for that, but I think that wheelie really did hurt you. That was a horrible land on the cars racing. It was beautiful, but we're not in freestyle, we're in racing. And then that, he blew it big time there.
But a 5-second penalty is clear in the rule book. Competition director Mike McFarland right there to make the call. Now you look at Bridgehead, and again, just a clean run for Mike Wales.
And Wales had a wheelie too. That also was not good either. But the wheelie obviously put him out wide enough to get around the turn to avoid the turning car. Yeah, he did not. I mean, Wales did not drive good there.
This thing stung me real good when I landed. It hit hard. We still don't have the suspension anywhere near close. We're going to have to try a few things that we'll give it everything.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because the trucks whiplash you a lot back then, unlike nowadays where they're snug comfortably in that seat, strapped down big time.
Yeah, it was last time I run a truck and had to jump in this one today to run it, but it feels good. It's a good truck and it's strong. It's got plenty of motor.
Coming up.
All right, here we go. The big showdown to face Wrenchhead in the finals. Rob Nell and Tom Metz for like the third time this year, I think, are going to go at it in a huge matchup.
We told you about this great crowd here tonight. 44,000. Oh, they are fired up for this next.
And technically, like the fourth time they actually faced each other. Remember Indianapolis Freestyle we just watched when Tom edged out Rob in Freestyle. Oh boy, here we go, a huge race. Rob should have fucking beaten him last time out in Indianapolis with the stupid penalty that Tom got that he wasn't called on. So Rob can beat Tom. So we'll see how they do here. Here we go, big matchup. Rob and Tom, and Tom has a huge lead off the jump. Not good there for Rob. Tom went very wide in the turn, but so did Rob, and that's going to hurt, as Tom is just absolutely obliterating right now. And unfortunately for me, Tom obliterates. I was hoping for a big race, but that was not the case. Man, Rob was a little bit offside too. That might have been a penalty, as just got obliterated.
Yeah, there's something wrong with Goldberg's engine. Oh my. What a dominant performance. NWO barely got off the line, so he had problems right from the start. You see, he had no momentum at the start. Now picks it up a little bit, but something's not 100% right. You'll remember in the first round, that truck was really sounded like it was really humming. It doesn't sound very good here.
Not at all.
But I wonder if Chad's going to rage now with the loss. Here we go.
Well, you wouldn't let me talk to your driver, but Goldberg's got the flag back.
Let me tell you something. My driver did just fine. I'm going to cry default on this. I think that Goldberg jumped the gun. He cheated. That's all he won. He's got that flag back. I can't do anything about that. Commissioner to find instant replay to see that he has cheated. Oh, start.
Sounds like you're making excuses, but
every one of these people saw it. I saw it. Every one of them saw it. You saw it.
I don't like the wrestling gimmick and all that when they did that, but this is still very funny.
Let me tell you something. That's where we get our best stuff. Freestyle. We get our revenge. It's just that unfortunate. Whoever has to be against us, we're gonna win.
Unfortunately, though, I don't think NWO freestyled in this event.
Well, Scott, I'll tell you, we saw that replay a moment ago. There was no cheating here. He got off right on the light and what a run.
Well, actually. actually, Tom was on the cell phone talking to Bill Goldberg before the run, talking about going up against the NWO, and Goldberg told him, don't cheat, but you do everything you have to beat him. And boy, Tom took it to heart. He blew it away.
Great partnership between Goldberg and Tom Mick.
Tom, you looks like
All right,
you got
so
great. Got around the great.
Tom, of course, in the final says he's just obliterated and dominated.
Small problem though, the motor's missing. I mean, you wouldn't tell by looking at it, but it's got a serious miss to it. You know, it's running good, and I'm cornering good. I just hope I can keep the momentum going and hold up for another round.
Can you get it fixed?
I don't know. We're going to see what's wrong with it real quick and go from there.
I'd hate to have a sick motor like that, huh? Hey, still to come, we got the finals.
All right, so here we go now. Time for the finals. Goldberg, Wrenchhead. Classic coming up in a moment. All right, so here we go. The big finals. Let's see what Tom's got against Mike Wales. Tom has a huge advantage here. Unless he chokes again. Wales got a lot against him now, as he's going to have to be in that lane too. He's never driven that lane, I don't think, either. The other lane, I mean to say. I don't know if I'd say it's incredible. I mean, he got bailed out if you think about it. Joe Payne broke. Lyle got the penalty. So if anything, his finals appearance is kind of fraudulent like Tom somewhat. Alright, but here we go. Wales and Tom. And Wales is actually right there with Tom at the start. How about that? First time he's got some actual competition. But let's see how long it lasts, though. As Tom is once again dominant. A little bit up the side right there. Here we go to the final turn. And bad turn. And it's going to be easily Tom still. It looked like it was going to be competitive at first, but it was completely taken away as Tom easily, without a doubt, won racing. No effort.
And he's excited about it.
Thumbs up for the fans.
Showing off to the crowd as Tom is just that good. No one can stop him. He's too good.
Into the turn again. He gets off the turn so well. He is full power almost immediately. That truck is awesome, and I'll tell you, the driver's awesome.
I don't know about you, but I'm not here.
You're looking at a future multi-champion and future Hall of Famer, hopefully, as Tom at his best.
From the Goldberg machine, the flag is back with Tom.
And you saw Rob Nell's face right there too. Rob Nell's face is right there. You can see Rob Nell's face in the fire suit. So once again, more proof it was Rob Nell, NWO driver.
You're on a run, and NWO took it, but you got it back.
You're right. I knew he wasn't going to have it long. I was going to see to it. That didn't happen. We got it back. And we're taking it to the next one, Orlando, Florida, man. Can't wait to
so this is after Orlando. And then he's going to lose it again in that event with Scott Hartsock beaming at Wild Finals.
Now that would be something. I look forward to seeing that. Well, great performance by Goldberg. Let's check out the points.
Yep, so check out the stats.
Goldberg and Wrenchhead both coming out of here with the same number of points tonight. And, of course, Medusa getting on the board. Nitro had the problem we talked about earlier. But in the overall, look at Goldberg's lead.
How is even Gravedigger still even that close to second is insane.
It was good to see that Gravedigger made it to the second round here tonight. And as we revisit our wrenchhead.com storylines, Gravedigger is improving. And let's hope Dennis Anderson's improving as well. And we'll see him back soon.
Wrenchhead.com had a great night. And, of course, Goldberg got the revenge he came to Anaheim looking for. Tom leaves with the flag.
As he got the win with pretty much no effort, but I'm not surprised because no one could stop Tom back then. He was just that good.
What a night of racing.
Alright, but the guys, that's going to wrap it up here as we just watched Monster Jam Anaheim 2000 Racing. I cannot wait for Freestyle because that's going to be insane as we're getting closer to the end of the 2000 season, and I can't wait soon. Rest of Anaheim, Jacksonville, Pontiac, and then finally World Finals 1. I cannot wait. So I hope you all enjoy and see you all for Freestyle next time out.